Hey, it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Wednesday, December 8th. So we get a very full, beautiful, semi-calm kind of day with the moon in Aquarius. There are only 6 different aspects taking place today. I was shocked to see this because we have been pushing crazy cosmic days again and again, 10 different aspects. 15 different aspects. Sometimes I look at days where we only have like 8 or 9 aspects as calm days. So to only have 6 different aspects taking place today, you best believe that this is going to be a day where we get to calm down, simmer down, give ourselves a little bit of time to process all that has happened, to continue to process what needs to happen from here. This is going to be a grounding day, an integrative day, just a day where we get to sit and really kind of explore our thoughts and ideas on what has transpired and what it is that we still want to do. So right out of the gate, Mars, which is the only aspect other than the moon doing her thing here today, Mars is going to square Jupiter. So Mars rules over our physical energy, our drive, our will, our passion, even our anger. And Jupiter is the planet of growth and expansion. He's our spiritual type of hype girl. He wants us to step outside of our comfort zone and focus on the opportunities and abundance and blessings of the future. But this is a square. This is a conflict. This is a tension. And part of why it is that this is happening right now is because we typically had a really good, profound day yesterday where we made a lot of mental and emotional progress. So we need a little bit of time for that to kind of settle and simmer. B, it's because this particular energy needs us to learn a valuable lesson in energy management. Again, we're in Sag season. Sag season is typically all over the place. It's a fire energy, so they have a tendency to burn themselves out long before they ever get to their goal. A little bit scatterbrained and unfocused, definitely excitable, definitely brave and courageous and ready for the next adventure. But that, manic state, what comes with that is a very hard crash. Why I think this is happening right now is because we have to get very real with the dreams and with the visions, with the ideas and inspirations that we're currently having, that we're looking to bring to life, because there's not much left of Sag season. We only have, a little bit of time left in Sag season to have these ideas, to have the bravery and tenacity in order to make a change and inspire ourselves to take a new quest, to take a new adventure, before Capricorn season kicks in, and we have to get to work in actually bringing to life what it is that we are settled upon, what it is we've created and inspired to in Sag season. So over the last couple of days, we've been having big ideas. We've been biting off more than we can chew. Then we've had to come back down to earth, be realistic, re-edit our plans, and then dream again, and then see where that's going to inflate us to. And then we have to get down to the nitty gritty and refine the list again. Mars squaring Jupiter in this way, first of all, puts us at odds with the dreams and the plans that we only had yesterday. Likely because we're not feeling as sure and as confident as we once were. We're more angry and frustrated of how long this process is taking, of the ups and downs, of all of the little triggers that are activating us. We want to be there already. We have zero patience. And Mars, who has a tendency to throw a tantrum and be very impulsive anyways, is hell-bent on being a little bit more productive before moving out of his place of power in Scorpio energy. So Mars kind of squaring Jupiter in this way is really putting us at odds with the physical energy that we actually have to care about the plans for the future, because we're a little bit stuck in the here and now. We're kind of borderline exhausted, right? B, we're kind of in this situation where we just want to take a direction. We just want to take an action. And unfortunately for us, we don't have a target because Jupiter and Sagittarius season, yeah, we have a lot of goals, but we don't have one goal. You know, Sag season is all about the archer and he has the arrow drawn back in the bow, but he doesn't have a target. So realistically, what good is the weapon if you don't have a target to shoot it at? So C, Mars again, is very, very intuitive, very much kind of leaning into listening to the gut feeling, the reactions, the intuition that we're having instead of the logical, practical side of life right now, and just wants to make a move forward. And Jupiter, like I said, wants us to grow, wants us to expand, wants us to step outside of our comfort zones to do that. And Mars just doesn't know like what direction to take right now. He's full of piss and vinegar, restless, definitely wants to be productive and make a move. And that's why it's a good thing to engage your physical body and exercise to give it a healthy channel to actually get out of your system so that doesn't trigger you. It doesn't make you angry. It doesn't like make you so filled with anxiety and restlessness that you go ahead and you start causing trouble and trauma, basically. So we don't start off on the best day, on the best foot of the day, I should say. So we don't start off in the best energy of the day, but let me tell you, it's for good reason. We have to really kind of narrow down our visuals, our dreams, and our visions. So the moon in Aquarius is going to square Uranus, which is a very interesting but very mentally challenging aspect. Uranus rules over Aquarian energy. So this is like emotionally fighting with yourself, okay? Now, the Uranian energy rules over our highest intellect. So this is, aha moments, this is clarity, this is inspiration, this is vision. But right now, we're kind of being blocked from seeing as far as we would like to see. Why? Because we're in Sag season and the horizon is far too big. There are far too many options, far too many possibilities. We are overwhelmed with the possibilities at this point. And again, we're being asked to refine what it is that we need to pour our energy into. So the moon in Aquarius squaring Uranus in this way is really putting us at odds because, well, things aren't as clear as we would like, and they're not as high vibe as we would like, and we can't think as far out as we would like. And the moon in Aquarius does not like to be, set in a certain set of parameters or have tunnel vision about something. So we're kind of having a hard time in our mental plane. Again, the sun being in Sag, making us scatterbrained from the beginning. That's the foundation of our life force energy right now. This isn't the best energy to feel good in our mental plane. So the moon in Aquarius is going to go ahead and sextile, beautiful energy, with the sun. And this is kind of like us realizing where we've been at odds with ourselves in our mental plane, in our emotions, recognizing where it is, the parts of us that are still very alive and well and attached to the past, preventing us from truly moving forward because we're letting our emotions get in the way. And the sun is kind of illuminating for us the truth of the matter, okay? Doesn't matter how you think, doesn't matter how you feel. That's not going to change the truth. What we have to do is we have to take a good look at what is being presented to us right now, the situation that we're currently in. Take the facts. Take what it is that you know to be true in this present moment and work with that. We cannot afford right now to think about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. That'll come later, okay? That's Capricorn season energy. Right now, we have to explore what it is that feels the best, that inspires us the most, that makes us mostly excited, that opens up a brand new door to new passions, new possibilities, okay? We have to create the spark before we can plant that spark as a seed and wait for it to grow. That's what Capricorn season does, is it strategizes the right garden for the seed to actually grow into. Right now, we're just coming up with the seed. We have to come up with the seed of excitement, the seed of passion, the seed of purpose, the seed of truth. So the moon bumps into Neptune. And at this particular point, we're really struggling to identify the direction in which we are supposed to take because we don't know if it's coming from our higher selves or if it's coming from our egoic wants, needs, and desires. Here's the trick. The key is balance. Balance between both. Our egoic selves are here to make our human avatar survive in this land. Our dream and higher selves, our psychic selves, our energetic selves, is the spirit that infuses this physical avatar to actually take a direction. And now, with this particular aspect, we don't know which one to listen to. We can be very overwhelmed in our mental plane, sorting through the truth, sorting through the details, trying to process it all, trying to make sense of it all. Then we, give ourselves permission to tap out for a second and disassociate, to tap into our higher selves and see what it is that we're actually feeling about the situation. And that can become very overwhelming as well. And now, again, we're at odds with ourselves. We get a beautiful, beautiful assist here, though, because the moon is going to go ahead and sextile Mercury. This is our mental plane and our heart space getting back on the same page with one another. So obviously that mental plane struggle that we just went through, whether or not we should trust our intuition, whether or not we should trust our egoic selves and our physical reality, that must have activated something in us, because now we've resolved something. Our heart and our head is on the same page. And even more than that, we have a little bit of clarity that we can actually put into words, not only for ourselves, but for other people if they need to hear it as well. This is a huge aha moment of our emotional selves and our mental selves coming together to meet in the middle. And what do you get when you put your heart and your head at odds with one another? They meet up at the throat chakra. That is where you speak your truth. And then the moon goes ahead and wraps up the day by semi-squaring Chiron, the wounded healer. So let me just say this. Yes, we made a profound step forward. A realization, an alignment between the heart and the head, that is a great thing. But what happens when we finally take a step forward? You're right, those darker force energies try to pull us back. Now, this particular energy, it's not a huge damper, but this is where for 2 seconds we felt good about our heart and our head being on the same page. We felt good for 2 seconds, speaking our truth and actually being able to put our plans into words. And then what happens? Now we're second guessing ourselves. Now the doubts kick in. Now the insecurities kick in. Now we're like, oh, damn, maybe I should tell, Nancy over there and see what her 2 cents are. Now we're looking outside of ourselves for validation. That's not right. We just felt good all by ourselves. Why do we need Nancy to tell us that our ideas are good? We don't. But it's the process that we go through in order for us to feel good about the direction in which we are now preparing to take.